Aloha! This is lesson 44 from A Course in Miracles with Hope Johnson. God is the light in which I see. Today we are continuing the idea for yesterday, adding another dimension to it. You cannot see in darkness, and you cannot make light. You can make darkness and then think you see in it, but light reflects life and is therefore an aspect of creation. Creation and darkness cannot coexist, but light and life must go together, being but different aspects of creation. In order to see, you must recognize that light is within, not without. You do not see outside yourself, nor is the equipment for seeing outside you. An essential part of this equipment is the light that makes seeing possible. It is with you always, making vision possible in every circumstance. Today, we are going to attempt to reach that light. For this purpose, we will use a form of exercise which has been suggested before, and which we will utilize increasingly. It is a particularly difficult form for the undisciplined mind and represents a major goal of mind training. It requires precisely what the untrained mind lacks. Yet this training must be accomplished if you are to see. Have at least 3 practice periods today, each lasting 3 to 5 minutes. A longer time is highly recommended, but only if you find the time slipping by with little or no sense of strain. The form of practice we will use today is the most natural and easy one in the world for the trained mind, just as it seems to be the most unnatural and difficult for the untrained mind. Your mind is no longer wholly untrained. You are quite ready to learn this form of exercise we will use today. But you may find that you will encounter strong resistance. The reason is very simple. While you practice in this way, you leave behind everything that you now believe and all the thoughts that you have made up. Properly speaking, this is the release from hell. Yet perceived through the ego's eyes, it is loss of identity and a descent into hell. If you can stand aside from the ego by ever so little, you will have no difficulty in recognizing that its opposition and its fears are meaningless. You might find it helpful to remind yourself from time to time that to reach light is to escape from darkness, whatever you may believe to the contrary. God is the light in which you see. You are attempting to reach him. Begin the practice period by repeating today's idea with your eyes open, and close them slowly, repeating the idea several times more. Then try to sink into your mind, letting go of every kind of interference and intrusion by quietly sinking past them. Your mind cannot be stopped in this unless you choose to stop it. It is merely taking its natural course. Try to observe your passing thoughts without involvement and slip quietly by them. While no particular approach is advocated for this form of exercise, what is needful is a sense of importance of what you are doing, its inestimable value to you, and an awareness that you are attempting something very holy. Salvation is your happiest accomplishment. It is also the only one that has any meaning, because it is the only one that has any real use to you at all. If resistance rises in any form, pause long enough to repeat today's idea. keeping your eyes closed unless you are aware of fear. In that case, you will probably find it more reassuring to open your eyes briefly. Try, however, to return to the exercises with eyes closed as soon as possible. If you are doing the exercises correctly, you should experience some sense of relaxation and even a feeling that you are approaching, if not actually entering, into light. Try to think of light, formless and without limit, as you pass by the thoughts of this world. And do not forget that they cannot hold you to the world unless you give them the power to do so. Throughout the day, repeat the idea often, with eyes open or closed, as seems better to you at the time. But do not forget, above all, be determined not to forget today. God is the light in which I see. So one thing that I've noticed, it's kind of a ego game in the realm of spirituality, is that dark and light coexist. That's a common belief. And it's common to think that you need darkness to define the light. And that kind of light that's being referred to is actually darkness, because a light that has an opposite is a projection. So it's something that you imagine you see, the kind of light that has the opposite. But this light that's in your mind, that is who you are, it has no opposite. And that's the only light in which we can see clearly. This light gives us vision within a world of darkness where we see these opposites. We seem to see these opposites. This light gives us vision. So within any circumstances are all projections of darkness, you can see clearly what it's for, what you're meant to do within it, how your function lightens everything up and uplifts everyone, including yourself, of course, because we're not separate.
Yeah, one of the things that pops out to me is how it talks about the importance. Because when we are sitting and closing our eyes, right, we may touch moments of peace, but the importance may still arise to chase a thought or to chase an action. That's the shift in a way that this lesson is trying to bring. And recognize that this peace is important to you. This is where your happiness lies. This is all you want. When you are in this peace, there is no motivation to move. Recognizing that helps in relieving us from thoughts. Helps in being in meditation, where you are letting the thoughts pass through. Because you are recognizing that where I am right now is where my salvation is, my happiness is. This is all I ever want. No reason to bite anything.
Yes.
So that's, in a way, this lesson is trying to bring about in us. To touch that light that we are, to establish contact, and then to establish some comfort of being in it.
Yes, yay.
Yay.
Yes, and it is kind of like, for me, in my experience, it's kind of like a sinking feeling. It's a sense of sinking beneath all the thoughts of the world and going into the truth of who I am. And yes, that importance thing is really important because it's only believing that the thoughts are important to where I can't have relaxation. This is a deep sense of relaxation.
Right.
And the thoughts are tension, it's activity, right? So this activity seems like it's important and you need to think about it right now. But putting importance on your relaxation, on being in this state, allows you to see, okay, this is more important to me. I want this more than I want to prop up the world. And this becomes, through this practice, 3 to 5 minutes, 3 times a day today, through this practice, this becomes a moment-to-moment thing where it's like, oh, that's not important. I can relax right now. And so you end up being in a more relaxed state all throughout the day because you know the difference. There's a major contrast between the relaxation of being in the light and your thoughts, which are basically projected darkness, and seeing that they don't matter anymore. This is a practice to get you to that point where you see that none of them matter anymore, and you can remain in the light constantly. We're all on that trajectory, and we're all guaranteed to reach that goal to the extent that you want it now. You're having it now. If you want it right now, wholly, you have it right now, always, all throughout the day. It's never gone. So this is teaching you this is what you want, and not the imagination that you want to chase thoughts to try to get happiness another way.
Yeah.
Yay, we love you. Have a beautiful practice. Ahui ho.